Welcome back, everybody. I'm Edward Bilder, and I'm back today with a big important message on where to find help if you are stuck in any of the EIDL processes. So stay to the end of the video here. I'm going to cover a lot of details on the speed of the current loan processing, funding, and the processing timing, and answer many of the questions around the reconsideration process, whether it's timing, the how-tos, and where you could find yourself help in all of the EIDL processes. Now I'm going to keep this as short as possible. Remember, it is important to share these videos with your friends and colleagues, your fellow business owners, especially right now because the loan cap increases are greater than $2 million. They have moved up to now $10 million for some of you who qualify. So it's important to nudge your friend and colleague because they may qualify for greater than $2 million, but they might have left the channel thinking that was the highest potential they could possibly receive. If you are still seeking more funding and you qualify for greater than $2 million, it's time to get back into the channel. And before I get into it, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can get daily updates on small business and the economy, and along the way, learn secrets to generating wealth. One of my big secrets, I use AirBNB to generate wealth, where I find passive income showing up in my bank account each and every morning. I fall asleep and more money appears in my bank account. If you'd like to learn my secret on how I get this done, go up to the description and check out my crash course on AirBNB. It is currently on a mega sale. So grab that crash course while that sale still lasts. And if you'd like to learn how you could join me in my current B&B business, find me on Instagram and ask about my Zoom calls. Okay, let's get into your EIDL updates. But before I do, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been asking where I have been, because I was off of YouTube now for about a week. I caught a very bad cold. My kids were back to school for 2 weeks and brought home a bunch of germs, and I ended up losing my voice during this entire process. It would not have made for very good filming, so I thank you to everybody who messaged me asking where I've been. You guys are amazing. I'm happy to know that you tune in each and every day to get your updates from me. And yes, I am back and I'm feeling much better. So thank you for everybody who asked. You are all amazing. Okay, I want to start today's video about the application speed. Okay, because the application speed is definitely picking up. We are seeing more funding go out each and every week, about 5 to say 7x from what it was under the previous administration, because new applicants right now are seeing the benefits of all of the new automations. I say new automations because in the past, you used to have to wait for a person to trigger something on the SBA side to move you forward in this process. Now, within hours of requesting the funds on the SBA.gov website, the portal opens for you to submit your 4506T. Once you submit your 4506T, if you do qualify, this is followed up with your targeted advance grant application. Now remember, this application is a two-part application where you may qualify for $10,000 or an additional $5,000 if you qualify under the supplemental targeted advance grant. This two-part application, nearly 80% of all applicants right now are receiving the full $15,000 for the targeted and supplemental targeted advance grants. Now this process is moving much faster. In the past, you would have had to wait about 4 to 6 weeks to see that email come through for the targeted advance grants, which you could imagine caused some major frustration from all of the applicants. Now, I am hearing that some of the automations right now are kicking out some errors, so let me know if you are encountering this problem. You are basically encountering that after you submit your 4506T and go through the targeted advance grant application process, that you are finding yourself declined for the loan modification or the loan application for the first time, and then you're seeing inside of your portal that the targeted advance grant section just completely disappears and you have a value of $0 inside of your portal. So please let me know if you are encountering this. I want to know how many people are affected by this. I did reach out to my insiders at the SBA and I'm asking for more clarity as to what this error is, what is actually happening. Maybe it could be potentially related to the 4506T being stuck in backlog. So please tune in later this week. When I get a response back from the SBA, I will update you all right here on this channel. Now I want to shift over and I want to talk about another very frustrating process, and this is the funding process. Now many of you have commented here on the channel asking how long does it actually take from the moment I see the approval show up in my portal to the moment I see it show up as funded. I have several comments here on the channel that tell me that you have been approved as far back as July and you are now still currently waiting to see your funding arrive from the SBA. The obligation step here is the very last step, and it does not equal the same step that the underwriters do when they approve you for the loans or the loan modifications. The last step is obligation, where a legal team reviews to make sure that you have the 4506T on file. If it is not found on file and your hazard insurance is not found on file and possibly a board resolution, you will not get funded until all of that information is submitted. So leave me a comment down below if you found yourself stuck in this funding process. You're seeing approved show up inside your portal, but you've been waiting now several weeks to reach the funding process, okay? I believe that there is a massive backlog of many of you out there, and I will give you guys a pointer here towards the end of the video on how to get a resolution if you are stuck in the obligation process. So while we're still on frustrating topics, I want to talk about the reconsideration process, because I know this is affecting hundreds of thousands of applicants right now. There is currently an 8-week backlog. 8-week backlog of over 500,000 applicants that are stuck in the reconsideration processing. And this is only for round 1 reconsideration. Round 2 reconsideration takes even longer. Yes, there are more than one round for the reconsideration process. What is more frustrating is that you find yourself sitting in silence because the reconsideration team will not even update you or even tell you where they are in any emails as to how far along they are in this process. You literally have to check your email each and every day or stand by for a phone call from the reconsideration team to possibly provide them with some key piece of detail that was missing from your original application process. I know this is complete torture, and I urge the SBA to please create a system to update everybody to let us know what the overall status is if we are stuck in the reconsideration process. Now, one of the interesting things about the reconsideration process is that the deadline can extend past the loan modification request deadline or the new application deadline that's set to end here in December of 2021. If you are stuck in the reconsideration process, you can be processed past December 2021 into January, into February, as long as it takes to get through all of the reconsideration applications. And if you have to go back in for more rounds, you are still inside of that timeline where you will not expire if you are still seeking the funds, all right? Now, some of the requests that the loan officers are asking for from the reconsideration team are so simple. Like, send me a copy of your driver's license if you're stuck in unverifiable information. And after you do that, you find yourself turning to approved and finding the funding arriving within a few weeks' time. So the key message here is do not give up hope if you are going through the reconsideration process. Keep going through the process, keep submitting the information that they're requesting, and you will find yourself reaching an approval if you do qualify, in fact, for the loans and the loan modifications. I wish you guys all the best of luck. Now, as promised last here, I would like to talk about where you could find yourself some help if you are stuck in the EIDL process. I want to start by saying never, ever trust the comment scammers, okay? The comment scammers are found in all of the EIDL channels. The big channels that support EIDL, you will find that there is a comment scammer that copies and mimics our faces and tries to trick you to go to Instagram and pay them funds for something that they could never possibly do. We all try to stop them. All of the big channels try to stop them, but these individuals are from other countries and they just simply change their phone numbers and act like ghosts and move around and then find themselves back on our channels tricking more individuals. So never pay anybody for the EIDL support that is coming from the comments, all right? If you actually read those app transfers, right before you go through the app transfer of sending somebody funding, it tells you, there's a warning that says you cannot reclaim these funds through this transfer process. Once your money arrives at the other side, you can never get it back, and you can never even go through a fraud detection to get that money back. No legitimate business will ever operate this way. So be smarter than that and never send any money to anybody. I'm actually putting in all of my videos right now, a video that I did on the comment scammers. Check the descriptions and watch that video. It has some very key and important information, all right? Now, the best help that you could possibly find right now is, believe it or not, congressional support. Okay, go through the process and sign the release process and get yourself the speed that you need. They can help you get your 4506T much faster from the IRS. They can help you if you're stuck in the amendment process. They could help you with ACH transfer errors, and they could help you get through the loan modification for the first time if you've been stuck in limbo, whether you're stuck in the funding process, the obligation process, or even stuck in the reconsideration process. Believe it or not, finding congressional support right now is the fastest way. We're seeing speed in 2 weeks' time after reaching out and signing the release. Finding funds land inside of your bank account. Check through the comments. You can see hundreds of comments from all of my viewers who pop in to say, thank you for all of your support, Bilder, and I did use your advice and I used congressional support to get this done much faster. So check that out in the comments. Now, the SBA does offer some new advice as to where you could go if you are a new applicant, and you could reach out to some of the organizations found on their website who will help you get through the application process. However, they are not very good at getting you through the error processes that congressional support can get you through. So if you're applying for the first time and yet need just a lot of questions answered, check the SBA.gov website. There is a whole help section that could help you get this done. I want to thank you all for tuning in for another video today, and remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell to get your updates each and every day. And as you may have noticed, the channel is changing a bit here, adding economy updates, small business updates, and secrets on how you could generate more wealth. Wealth is the key right now. You need to find ways to make money just appear in your bank account each and every morning like I do. If you guys want to check out my method here, rush up to the description and grab my crash course on Airbnb, where you can get into the real estate game with a $50 bill in your hand, cash flow in 3 business days through Airbnb, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. You don't have to own the real estate to do this. There's no major credit checks to do this. You don't have to be any special realtor to do this kind of stuff. You can cash flow through Airbnb in 3 business days. And when you want to repeat the process and scale up, you just simply repeat the process over and over again and scale and grow to as large as you wish. That crash course is on a mega sale right now. I want to have as many people gain access to this as possible so you can start changing your futures today. Rush up there and grab that course while it's still on sale. It will not be on sale forever. And if you'd like to learn how you could partner with me and my current B&Bs, find me on Instagram and ask about my Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.